I'm literally sitting here taking a break from work. I'm in my home, toys everywhere. My son is running around like crazy. And he's probably gonna pull the curtains down. Shh, I'm recording a video. Silly. Do you hear that laughter? Do you hear that joy? I was not gonna have that chasing my last relationship. I literally was yearning for this life, this experience with someone who didn't want to have it with me. He did not want to have a cute ass baby with me. He did not want to build a legacy with me. ¿Beso? No, no quiere beso?
No.
You want me to chase you? I'm not gonna chase you. He did not want that with me. And that was the harsh reality that I had to face. Because try telling a woman who feels good in herself, feels beautiful, feels accomplished, that she is being rejected. Instead of accepting that she's being rejected and actually protected by God, she chooses to adjust herself, psychoanalyze herself so she can understand where she needs to fix herself so that she can get with someone who doesn't even deserve her, that doesn't even know what he wants, that doesn't even know how to give her what she deserves. But she didn't see it that way. Let me stop talking about myself in third person. I didn't see it that way. All I saw was, oh my gosh, there's a leak in the cup. Let me go patch it. And then another hole would come in, and another hole, and another hole would come in. Instead of just being like, you know what, fuck it. Stop using plastic and go get the glass. Stop. Go get the glass cup. Go get that glass vase, honey. So all of this bougie, all of this craziness that you hear in the background is the life that I got to create because I returned to myself. It's the life that was already ready for me and waiting for me. I just needed to shift my perspective and shift my focus back to me. To take this man and any man off the pedestal. To take this life and this vision and this desire off the pedestal. Because so long as I was in that space where everything that I desired was on a pedestal, I was never gonna get it. There's nothing wrong with wanting a man that loves you and adores you and you love him back. No one's telling you that you need to be hard and act like you don't care, because those are all performative at the end of the day. I promise there comes to a point where you naturally are not interested in anything that is below your standard, that's below your value, because you start to see yourself differently. You start to recognize that I'm just not available for it. Like, not even that I have to try to not be available for it. I'm just not available for it. Wait, are you driving the school bus? You're just not available for it. If anybody would have told me that the night that let me bring it back, okay? Since I know you can hold this story for me. My previous relationship was a pretty good relationship. I think, we were younger, but there were so many things that I loved and adored about this person and about the relationship we had. And honestly, it was a key component to helping me understand myself and what it is that I actually valued about life, about so many things. So I would never take that away. However, it was a lot of a lot of things that, my first real adult relationship, there was a lot of firsts involved in that sense. So when things were just going really well, there's this pride you have. Yeah, I've been in a relationship for 10 years. I know how to hold a relationship together. Yeah, we don't argue, things are just really good. Like, there was those things that would check off that would touch to my ego and make me feel good about myself. So of course, when all hell started to break loose and, maybe arguments started to come up or situations happen, the ego wants to control. It wants to fix. So going back to my story, very short and sweet. That's the dog now. He's also part of the dream. I don't know if he's so much part of the dream, but he's part of the kid's dream. It's okay. Got his hand stuck. You got it out. Good job. Bravo. Oh no. Oh no, come here. Okay. That's the dog. He hears the ambulance. Yeah, baby. Sí, está afuera. Okay, all done. Wanna get the talk? No. Okay, you want mama. Okay. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, you're a sweet boy. Give us some. Yeah, I'm recording a video, right? No? So going back to the story. Things, for the most part, were good in our relationship. It was easy. I hadn't really tapped into a lot of like these insecurities that maybe some people were feeling. And I felt like that was really good. There was a lot of maturity within our relationship that was awesome. That was the standard. It was higher for that. One of the nights he went out, I think he went to go play basketball, and no biggie. We had this kind of dynamic that like when we're apart, it's not this insecure feeling. Like I trust his judgment, he trusted mine. So of course, if anything were to happen, it didn't jump into what is he doing to me. It was like, is he okay? What is she doing to me? It's like, is she okay? So I'm going ahead and I'm making dinner, relaxing, and I'm realizing I haven't talked to him in hours. He went to go play basketball. He's probably hanging out with his friends, but it's getting late. What's going on? So I ended up texting him and I was like, hey babe, can you pick up some lemons? Because I was making like this chickpea meal that we like with rice and stuff, and it needed some lemon because it was a lemon curry. And then he didn't respond, and that's really unlike him, really unlike our dynamic at that time. He didn't respond. I gave it like an hour where I didn't even think about it. It was just kind of like I sent it, and I realized in an hour time that he didn't respond, and I was like, that's weird. So then I think I had called him, no answer. This ain't about to be short, y'all know this. I called him, no answer. And then that's like when my threshold of comfort and security started to like vanish. Now I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? So we were in our early 20s. There was this one time where he had fell asleep drunk in his car because he was so drunk he didn't end up leaving. He like crashed out in his car. We weren't drinking heavy like that all the time, but we were in our 20s, so we was having a good time. So when he did that, I had to, oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. I had that moment where it was like, okay, that was the only time where like he doesn't respond. So it's gotta be that. So I started to hit up his sister, who's like, my best friend, and I was just like, hey babe, like, where's your brother? Is he okay? And she's like, no, I haven't talked to him. And I was like, that's weird. And that's when the suspicion started happening. Never in my life have I doubted this girl. She's my sister. I've known her longer than I've known him. And I started to like almost doubt her. I talked to another friend. Granted, honey, I am not the type of woman who calls phone numbers over and over and over again. I'm not about to call you 10 times. I'm not about to blow up all your friends. But I was starting to get concerned at this point. So I ended up calling a few of our mutual friends. And I was like, hey. And they were like, no, I haven't heard from him. So, yeah. I'm not even going to say long story short. Because it's not a long story short. Y'all want the details. So I'm going to give it to you. So I started to freak out. I started to get real concerned to the point where I involved my family, my parents. This is so embarrassing. We are literally like looking like, oh, maybe he went to the gym. Maybe he went here. Maybe he went there. His sisters hit me up. No, I haven't heard from him. I haven't talked to him. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, my whole insides are like, somebody's motherfucking lying to me. Somebody's lying to me. Who knows? And the biggest liar was me to me, honey. So I ended up driving. I get in my car and I go driving looking for this dumb ass. Oh my God. I get in my car because I was like, okay, I remember he was hanging out with this person. So I know, I know where he's at. Let me just see if I at least see his car or something, because I didn't have that person's number. Real cool people, no issue in that sense. So I get into the car and I'm like starting to get frantic. This is where emotional regulation is key, okay? I need you to recognize this. We all have that moment where we are in control of ourselves until we're not. And when we're not, we need to be able to control ourselves, okay? That was this moment for me. So I'm in the car, mind you, where I was living at the time, there is this really, 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 really busy intersection. I'm at the light. I'm driving, towards the light. I passed the light. The light is red, honey. I passed the red light getting to this destination because I'm so worried about this person who doesn't have the audacity to call me back, to respond to me, to kindly worry about my safety. I was worried about his safety. Child, you have to look at your younger self and you have to just love her. But man, when I tell you, I just want to just slap her up sometimes. But thank God she went through it so I could be here. Okay? So I could be here. So, hold on, guys. 2:30. Okay. So I cross a busy intersection that was freaking red. And I end up, thankfully alive. I mean, what else? I get over, I'm near that area. I don't see him, blah, 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 blah. I get home. I'm feeling like, I'm starting to feel a mixture of emotions now. I'm starting to feel like concerned. That concernedness is starting to wear off. Now I'm starting to feel a little anxious and upset and like flabbergasted about the situation. Like it's starting to catastrophize in my brain what's going on. And now I'm starting to get pissed. Like, oh my God, this man is playing me. Because one thing us type of women, we don't like to be played. I don't like to be played. First off, I already struggled to be vulnerable. And then now I'm being vulnerable. People are exposed to my insecurity. And I'm being played. So my mother gets to my house. She's consoling me. We're kind of going through like that woman's intuition as well. Like, girl, might be something else. I don't know. And he gets to the house. Or I think he actually called me back and kind of was like, why are you blowing up my phone? Which was very, very unlike this person. I want to make this very clear. He was not the type of person to just kind of snap on me. He was very, very, emotionally regulated, calm, kind, sometimes even gullible in that sense. Like, nah, that wasn't his energy. So the fact that he answered back and was like, why did you call me so many times? Baby, I want y'all to know. I live in the South now. My family's Caribbean and Latino, so we got that Caribbean Latino blood. I was born in New York. When I tell you I wanted to cut somebody, whew. So he gets to the house, he pulls up to the apartment, and my mom already understands the assignment. You know what I mean? She kind of has that energy where she wants to slap upside his head because that's like her son-in-law kind of energy. But then she's like, you know what, I'm gonna let my daughter handle this. So she like excuses herself, leaves, kind of make sure I'm okay. And I close the door and I go off. And I started to realize in that moment in particular was one of those moments where, looking back now, it definitely nudged me in the right direction, but it still didn't nudge me enough. What I needed to know in that moment right then and there was, girl, if you ever let a man pull you out of your center of self again, I want to beat you. I'm going to beat you up. Like, I'm going to get you. You know what I mean? Because that is unacceptable. But you know what I did? Over time, after kind of processing that moment, I gave grace. I say this with love to myself, but also with a bit of accountability. I gave grace. Oh my gosh. I gave grace. I gave let me adjust myself kind of energy. Underneath it all, I was trying to figure out, well, maybe I did something. Maybe I did. Like, I started trying to like analyze things. I tried to communicate things. And ultimately, when we did have that conversation, it was that conversation where he was just like, I don't know if this is the relationship for me. Like, it was that kind of energy. Where I was not able to receive his truth. I wasn't able to hear what he was saying and just observe it. I completely went into fix-it mode. It was like, and I'm very good at being like, I get it, and honey, do the complete opposite, especially in that relationship. So I was hearing what he was saying, but it was too, myself was too enwrapped in that situation to objectively be able to be like, okay, this is how he's feeling, and that has nothing to do with me. Made it even worse. It's like from ego to ego, from program to program. I think in that moment, he told me he doesn't even know if he loves me. And looking at it now, especially the way that we had talked before, and by all means, I'm not giving him a pass. I'm recognizing what it is. I'm so much more far removed from the situation. There was a lot of these conversations of kind of like, what does it mean to even love someone? What does it mean to show up for someone? And it felt like that was how he was trying to say it. Honey, all I heard was, I don't know if I love you. And rightfully so. Imagine being in a relationship for, at this point, we weren't at 10 years yet, but we might have been we were living together. Let me think. Yeah, that was 7 years at that point, 6 or 7 years. So to be in a space where all things have been chilled to this catastrophic situation happening, him coming back, him reacting in a way that wasn't himself, him then being like, I don't know if I love you, that kind of energy. That right there, if that would have been me right now, baby, we would have been like, sign that lease off. We're out of this relationship, because I'll be damned. That was not the situation there. That was not her. She did not understand that. So she went into spiraling. And for that next couple of years, it literally was the degradation of that relationship, where it was moments where it was good, and then there was moments where it was like, that was still just the underlying issue. The underlying issue is he didn't want to be with you. He wanted out of this relationship, but you were afraid to allow that to happen, because if he outs the relationship, then who are you? Who are you? That was the situation at hand. So when I tell you, I know this experience of returning to self, I know this experience of being in that space where you have broken up with a partner, whether they've broken up with you, you've decided, I need to end this, and you're really past like the relationship advice. You're past the, let me try to manifest this person back. I'm past the, I don't care about him. I'm on new body, new that. You're past all of that. There's a part of you that wants to deeply get back to yourself. Your information overload, you're therapied out, you've done it all, and you still don't feel like yourself. You still don't feel like you now have the tools to trust yourself and move forward into new dynamics and new relationships. I know what I'm talking about, okay? I know what I'm talking about. That's just one story. And these are stories that I don't share all the time unless it's someone that's going through it, because that's embarrassing. I crossed an intersection. A grown ass smart woman. I have my degree in psychology. I speak multiple languages. I'm well articulate. I am very smart. I'm very capable, very professional, very sociable. I'm a beautiful woman. I'm a lot of these things. And this man had me cross an intersection? Baby, we won't be doing that again. There's some things where people say, oh, you just have to go through things in life. Yeah, but then I don't want my sisters to go through that. I don't want my daughters to go through that. I do not want women to have to keep sacrificing themselves for the sake of a man who is directionally challenged, who is trying to figure out his stuff, and we are being sacrificed in the meantime. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So, if you are interested, if all of this that you just heard resonates with you, I invite you to reach out to me. I'm going to put some details in the links below or in the comments below. I don't know, whatever. I'm going to put some information down where I will share some offers with you. If you want to do something like a one-on-one, I'll have those details available for you. If you want to do something like join my Return to Her 3-day activation container that I'm preparing, then I would love to have you there as well. So yeah, go ahead and look into that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for holding space for me and listening to my crazy story and my craziness with my baby. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.